Well, hello, friends. Check this thing out. It's been a good week, and we'll get to this in just a second. Thought I'd come on here. And it's been a good week. It's been a long week. Yesterday, I thought I was getting sick, and what I realized was I'd only gotten, like, on average, 4 hours worth of sleep a night. And I was looking at my what are the Fitbit apps, and I was like, no wonder you're tired, dude. No wonder you're a little worn out. You got up way too early. You did not do a great job with your lunches, and you're wiped out. It's funny how sometimes when you look back and connect the dots, it's math. Like, no kidding, you're not feeling great. So my mom got this for me. I think it was Mike Secord who I give credit to on this, where the acronym HA.N.K, heard, authentic, noticed, and known. I had the honor today of jumping on GoGo's RevShare group and doing some training and some coaching and kind of walking through the journey. And the reality is we're getting a lot of things figured out, and a lot of things figured out from the math standpoint, and looking back and connecting the dots and looking at, okay, what did we do well? What did others do well that we've brought along the journey, and they've been working it. And here's what I find is, there's an old bold saying from back when I used to teach bold. Logic makes you think, emotion makes you act. And so many times I think what we want to do is we want to be on one side or the other. And oftentimes when we look at the drama, we go and look at the math, and it makes sense that the math is getting you where you're at. And that's where switch cost comes in is I don't think it's just one or the other on you reaching where you want to go or what you want to accomplish in life. I do think you need to address the drama, look at the math around it, and then use that math to get into the emotion of it, because I don't think drama does anybody any good. And yet I believe that emotion does. And I think drama is the negative of the emotional side. And if you can get awareness around the drama, get logically around the math, and then move into the emotional end to get into action, not the drama end, the emotional end, what you're going to be able to do over the next 5, 10, 11 years is going to be exceptional. Today marks Charlie's birthday. Charlie turns 11 today. And for those of you that know my journey, 11 years ago, Charlie was born. Little did I know that 6 days later, he'd be having open heart surgery, and my life as we knew it would change. I mean, it was 11 years ago that I realized that I put my family in harm's way by not being in a different spot financially, emotionally, marriage-wise, and everything else. And so, truth be told, I don't know that I've ever really dealt with the trauma of going through and having 9 months around the clock care. And again, my story might be off yet. I'm pretty sure for at least 6 of those months, I never slept more than 3 months or 3 hours at a time, because Charlie was on around the clock care. Sarah was postpartum. We had another kid. It was, frankly, I'm not sure how we did it. And I couldn't imagine life not having gone through that. I had another call today with a gentleman who's going through life. And the reality is, why do we got to go through life to actually pull up our big boy pants and go do what we need to do when life's not blowing up in our face? So many of us would be so much better served if we would just be an adult and do what we need to do, so that if life does punch us in the jaw, we can make decisions with our heart versus our pocketbook. I'm just super excited. I've surrounded myself with great people. I just saw Spike chime in here. He gets math. I look at the unfair advantage that I have of the people that hold me to standards and principles. The people that have surrounded themselves with me, the people that have subtracted themselves from my life. And it is an ebb and flow. And what I love is we're pretty clear on the people that I'm running with don't want an average life, don't want just an okay life, which means we can be sometimes a little bit extreme, and sometimes people could see us as selfish. And at the end of the day, if being responsible to what pulls the chain, which is my wife, my kids, people in closest proximity to me, if being responsible for my choices and actions to help us get to where we need to go is selfish to some people. Okay. And where am I going with all this? I just have this excitement. I have this excitement about the possibilities, about the future, about where we've come from, where we're going. And I look at what we've been able to do over the last 11 years since I made the decision and I read the 4-Hour Work Week, and I'm like, there's got to be a better way. I'm super excited because when I look back, like, we've got math and systems and formulas around how you can go from where you are, how we can mathematically put a success code in where we can help you get the skill set, the time on task, the experimentation to get a victory, to get the success, how we can get you to spend 3 to 4 to 5 hours a week on that. Then once we hit a pillar post, then we change up our time. I mean, success leaves clues, and it's not just me that's gone through this and made it work. Now we have much more evidence that it's not just because Hank's special. I'm not that special. And if I can do it, you can do it. So here's what I'm going to ask. If you're watching this, you've been standing on the sidelines, I'm going to be giving away more and more information for free because information is a commodity. If you want proximity, raise your hand. If you want implementation, raise your hand. There's ways to get in my circle, and it's not just paying money. You can join EXP. Come join EXP, and that gives you proximity. I just put someone into my one-on-one schedule for the next 5 to 6 weeks. He's in my rev share line. He's determined to make it work. His actions show it. So rather than take on a one-on-one client at $1,000 a month, I'm helping him get what he wants. And if I help enough people get what they want, I'll get everything that I want. So if you'd like to run parallel with me, because this is what I love about EXP. If I help you win, I win too. In fact, my goal is to help you win so much that you don't need me anymore. And then I continue to get paid. That's what I love about it is because of rev share, I'm able to do things differently because the rev share funds it. It's the most brilliant model ever. So even if you are a real estate agent and you don't necessarily want to be a recruiter, you don't want to attract people to the company, know that if you come to EXP, rev share allows me to serve you at a whole nother level. And I'm able to do that because of rev share. So you'll still benefit from rev share, even if you don't want to go out there and attract agents. That's okay. So if you haven't been in conversation with someone, you would like to look at the opportunity of running in business with me in parallel, let's have a conversation. If it's not the right fit for you, trust me, I'll tell you, because the last thing that I need around me is somebody who's a struggle bunny because it wasn't the right fit or it's not working out. I just had an agent come to the company and they had to leave, and I won't share the circumstances around it. It all makes sense. I'm still committed to helping this person because you know why? It's the way that I work. So anyways, I think I'm done for the week. My friend asked me, what are you going to do? I'm going to go play. I'm going to go play for the weekend. Take the weekend off. Don't work nights. Don't work weekends. Yeah, when I work, I work. And I think some of us need to be a little bit more intentional, a little bit more purposeful, and then take some time off, take some time away from the phone, take some time away from the grind and recharge, and then get back at it. Hope this finds you doing well. God, I'd just like to hug some people. My mom came over last night and I wasn't feeling all that good, so I made sure I kept the distance, and I just like to give some people hugs besides my wife. Not that I don't like giving my wife hugs, because I do. Happy Friday, everyone.